In the heart of the Niger Delta, where the rivers braid themselves like silver threads through emerald mangroves, lived a young fisherman named Tamuno. He was only 19, with calloused hands and eyes that carried the quiet hunger of someone who dreamed bigger than his small wooden canoe could carry. Every dawn, before the sun painted the sky orange, Tamuno would push his boat into the brackish waters of the Sombrero River. He fished not just for food, but for hope that one day he could earn enough to send his younger sister to school in Port Harcourt and repair his mother's leaking zinc roof. One humid morning, as the mist still clung to the water like a secret, Tamuno cast his net into a hidden creek he had never dared enter before. The water there was unusually still, almost glowing with an unearthly turquoise light. When he pulled the net back, it was heavy, not with fish, but with something far stranger. Entangled in the ropes was a small, ancient-looking clay pot, sealed with wax the color of dried blood. As Tamuno lifted it, the pot began to hum. A low, melodic vibration that traveled through his bones and made the mangrove roots around him tremble. Curious and a little afraid, he broke the seal. A rush of cool wind exploded from the pot, swirling leaves and water droplets into a shimmering column. From within the column stepped a being unlike anything Tamuno had ever seen. She was tall and graceful, her skin the deep green of young mangrove leaves, patterned with glowing silver lines like river currents. Her hair flowed like strands of moonlit water, and her eyes held the ancient wisdom of the delta itself. She wore a gown woven from living reeds and pearls harvested from forgotten oyster beds. "I am Mimi," she said, her voice like the soft lapping of waves against a canoe. "Guardian spirit of the sombrero. For 300 years I have slept, bound by the greed of men who poison my waters and silence my children, the river beings." Tamuno fell to his knees in his rocking boat, heart pounding. I'm just a fisherman. I meant no harm." Mimi smiled gently. "That is why I chose you, Tamuno. Your heart is still pure. The waters grow sick. Oil spills bleed black into my veins. The fish flee. The mangroves choke and die. If nothing changes, this delta, our home, will become a ghost of itself." She stretched out her hand, and suddenly Tamuno could see. Visions flooded his mind, dying dolphins, children with strange rashes drinking contaminated water, entire villages swallowed by rising floods and greed. "But there is still hope," Mimi continued. "If one with a brave heart gathers the 7 sacred mangrove seeds and plants them where the waters meet the sea, my power will awaken fully. The rivers will cleanse themselves. Life will return." Tamuno swallowed hard. 7 seeds. Where do I even begin? Mimi's eyes sparkled with quiet strength. "They are hidden in places only the worthy can reach, guarded by illusions. And tests of character. The first lies beneath the old mother mangrove, where fear dwells. The second rests in the cave of echoes, where truth must be spoken. The others, you will discover as you go." She touched his forehead with a cool finger. A warm tingling spread through his body. "I grant you the gift of river sight. You will see what others cannot. But beware, the shadow men who poison the waters will sense your light. They will try to stop you." With those words, Mimi began to fade back into mist. "Return here when you have all 7, young fishermen. The delta is watching." The clay pot dissolved into sparkling water in his hands, leaving only a single glowing seed as proof it had been real. Tamuno sat in silence as the sun rose fully. His small canoe suddenly felt like the beginning of something enormous. That night, he told no one, not even his mother. But the next dawn, instead of casting his net for fish, Tamuno paddled toward the old mother mangrove, heart filled with both terror and fierce determination. For the first time in his life, he was no longer just fishing for survival. He was fishing for the soul of the Niger Delta itself. And so began the legend of Tamuno, the fisherman who spoke with spirits, and perhaps, just perhaps, saved the breathing heart of the delta.